At long last, from Studio Series 86, it is Optimus Prime, the Transformers the movie version. Yes, this is the big boy, and I know other people have reviewed him. I don't give a shit, because I'm very excited to have this toy. I am very excited to show him to you, so I'm going to do that, and we're going to have some fun along the way. But this, I've heard great things about it so far, but I want to find out for myself. So if you're new to the channel, I'm Captain Kyle. Thanks so much for tuning in. And if you've been a long time watcher, thanks so much for coming back. And let's get into Optimus and have some fun. Be right back. So it's a nice looking box. I can't just ignore the box because it shows him from the movie doing that whole launch into the air thing. It's a really cool move, and he blasted a bunch of Decepticons. On the back, it shows him in his various modes with his various accessories, including his axe, which he never used in the movie. You would think he would have broken it out when Megatron grabbed that sword, but no, he didn't. Nice picture of him on the side. Nice picture of him on the side with the Studio Series logo. And on the top shows him with the blast effects that show him launching into the air, and the bottom kind of sucks. But you know, what can you do? The bottom isn't really what you're looking at. In fact, the box, while nice, is not what you're looking at. You want the toy inside. Kind of like digging through your cereal for that toy surprise. So let's slide him out, and as you can see, he fell over. We'll put the box aside. He is strapped in here nicely. He's got his trailer, he's got roller, he's got his gun, he's got blast effects, and from what I understand, everything stores on him, which is very cool. He's even got the repair robot dude. He comes with instructions, kind of thick, shitty piece of paper, and a backdrop. The backdrop, apparently when he's, you know, coming from the ship, launches into the air, blasts a bunch of cons, you know. So I don't know that I'm gonna use that, but I will put it aside. So he's strapped in here pretty good. Let's get out my scissors and carefully remove him. Though I have to say, him on this little thing looks like, I fear the wounds are fatal. Looks like he's dead already. But let's get him off this slab of doom and put him onto a turntable of doom. Already, he feels kind of substantial, hefty. No die cast, but still overall very nice. And let's zoom in on him so you can get a full appreciation of Optimus Prime. And I'm gonna get his gun off here, which is not black, it is more of a gray color. And we'll just load that into his hand. So he's got articulated fingers, so I'm gonna have to open up his fingers first. And as I suspected, even with his fingers open, he could still hold the gun, but I'm closing them. We'll get Roller off of here, who did not make an appearance in the movie. And I'm just kind of wondering, once Optimus died, what happened to poor Roller? Did Roller just, you know, die as well? Did his trailer, which was not blasted in the battle, and his little repair bay, or could they serve as, you know, auxiliary troops? You gotta wonder about stuff like that, because I do. Now, I do understand that his heels are generally put on the wrong way, and I'm not gonna try to repair them during this review, but apparently if you slide out the pin, you can switch them and fix that. So for such a highly anticipated toy, I'm not sure how they fucked it up quite so quickly with like a major thing. And here we have various blast effects and his axe and all that, and we will get to that. And there's an awful lot of plastic that's going on my table. We'll take care of that later. All right, so let's take a look at this guy. He's got a little elastic stringy wrapped around him as well, and I could unwind it, but I'm just gonna cut it and take it out. So overall, he looks good just examining him from all angles. I mean, he looks like the animated version of the character. His back has a little more kibble than we normally see on an Optimus Prime, you know, something like a Bloki's, or, you know, even like the Masterpiece. But from the front, he looks awesome. From the back, I'm gonna forgive a little bit of kibble like that. And we are gonna go in depth on the figure. I do wanna open up the trailer though, see what's inside, which is nothing. And it's very plain in there. I wonder, there does not appear to be any reference to stickers. I am sure that certain sticker companies are going to be putting out some very nice stickers soon enough. So I don't think I really need to look at the instructions to figure out how to put this piece on. So I'm just gonna plug him in like so. Now Roller apparently doesn't plug into anything. So he's gonna be rolling around in there unless the instructions show something to keep him in place, which will be nice. Let's look at the instructions regarding his trailer and where things go. And we'll also look at these blast effects things. I'm looking at the end of the instructions. I feel like I'm going to the end of a book. So the blast effects that he uses to launch himself into the air apparently assemble. It also has a couple of these, which I'll bring him back onto the turntable for a moment. Apparently go on the end of his gun, so it's showing him. And apparently you can also use the blast effects on his repair droid. I think this goes under there. So the repair drone can go on top of Roller, which is cool, like so. Sorry, Up, we're just gonna focus in on your little companions for a moment. And you can add these blast effects. Now, mine are slightly bent, but apparently they're very flexible. Might be able to flex them back. So he's got those blast effects. And I'm just trying to see, I know everything is supposed to go into the trailer. Aha! So the blast effects go here, the axe goes here, the gun goes over here, another blast effects goes here, and then there is a storage area which opens up underneath the trailer for the blast effects. That's cool. I will be using that, I'm sure, later. We will talk more about the trailer in a little bit. That aside, Roller and Claw, dude, blast effects. And there is his laser axe. Now, I have not looked at the instructions yet, but you can open the side of his arm, flip back his fist, close it, and he's got a little peg there for his axe. So now he is fully armed, ready to disarm Decepticons. I'm sure that axe thing works on both sides, and I'm sure I'll discover that when I transform it. But before we get into all his posability, I do want to, again, just talk about the deco. His nice silver smokestacks. They have a little bit of shine to them. They're not chromed, but this is more of an animation thing. The blue windshields, again, very animation. The white thighs and the white plate here. Everything looks pretty much from the front just like the Optimus from the show and the movie, which had better animation, bigger budget, more time. I like the Autobot symbol on his shoulder. He's got the classic blue eyes, not the yellow eyes from the original toy. And just another complete spin. He looks really good. There's no stickers. He's got the silver on his toes. He's got the nice silver grate again, a little bit of a shine, but not, chrome. And yeah, he is looking good. All right, let's get in some posability. And I'm imagining that he has he's got such ankle swivels that you could put him in a full Jean-Claude Van Damme and he could be still flat on the ground with his feet. But speaking of which, we need to do that test. Now I'm noticing that back here, there are these little covers that can move up. His crotch cover can also move up. Well, on the sides of his crotch. Still provides for some modesty. Now he can do a split like so. If you turn his toes up, yeah, he's pretty much doing a full Jean-Claude Van Damme. So that hurts just looking at it. Wait, that's me. So these do provide some flexibility. I'm not going to move them back yet because we need to do the kick forward, which you can kick forward pretty well. I'd say that's a good kick forward. Kicking backwards, again, pretty well. Good 90 degrees. Side kick, very nice. Bigger side kick, he can, basically kick Skyfire in the face if he wants. He's not going to do it, but he could. Now, he's got knees, which bend a little bit more than 90 degrees. So that's kind of impressive. He's got swivel. Now, it doesn't swivel straight up and down because he's got this thing on the side. So when you're swiveling it, his leg kind of goes off to the side, but it can still go all the way around. Very, very nice so far. I don't see anything else with the legs. Now, can he twist at the waist? I would hope so for the price point. Yes, he can twist all the way around. Probably got a kink out of your spine doing that for you, didn't I, bud? Now, he doesn't seem to have any type of ab crunch or anything like that. I do see some things in here, but I'm pretty sure they're for the transformation. The arms do go all the way around. Now, I noticed that the smokestacks are actually movable. I don't know if that's part of the transformation or part of safety because they're not shortened stacks. They stick out, so maybe they're concerned if someone tries to poke their eye out, this at least can not go straight up. It might move to the side. That could be a safety feature. Or it could be part of the transformation, who knows? The arms go all the way around. They also go out to the side. So he's got a nice side movement. Bends at the elbow. Now, it pretty much does about 90 degrees, maybe, a degree short. And there is swiveling. And when you swivel, it moves his smokestack a little bit, which that's one slight minus. I mean, not a big deal, but it's something that I wish they had provided some clearance or something for that. His head, of course, can turn all the way around. And in the instructions, it shows that he can open up his chest. And inside is also something that's rarely put in there, the piece that pulls up to reveal the matrix. One thing I did not note, while his fingers articulate, which I mentioned before, his fists also twist. So you might be able to get it into a position where it looks like he's opening up his chest. Now, Matrix, light our darkest hour. The Matrix does come out and hits the ground quite nicely. So closing that. Now, the articulation on the fingers, these three are together. This pointer finger, I want you to join the Autobots. That is separate. The thumb does not move. So yeah, probably easier to show him opening his chest like that. But the Matrix is of such a size that you really can only hook like the one finger into it. It's not easy to get it into the position where it looks like he's about to open it. And it doesn't open, apparently. So you gotta wonder though, Megatron obviously knew about the Matrix. So did he know that it was supposed to light their darkest hour? Was he a little insulted that he wasn't considered their darkest hour? Because if he was, then Optimus would have shown up on at Autobot City, went like this, and the energy would have blasted all the Decepticons. So they're not considered big enough of a threat. They're not a Matrix level event. That's reserved for Unicron, the Hate Plague, and when someone's driving slow in the fast lane, you just blast him with the fucking Matrix. So there he is with the Matrix of Leadership. We're gonna put that away. You're not gonna open it for some time anyway. Actually, you opened it in like 2006, so you have to refill it with wisdom now. Yeah, again, I like the fact that it has an extra little plate. Not sure why it looks like I can possibly plug something into it for power, but there it is. The Matrix is in its proper place, and there we go. But yeah, the arms are pretty movable, and I'm sure this has to do with safety, plus the fact that you can go back like that, and if you want to go a little further, you can move the smokestacks if you want them to be like, King Kong ain't got nothing on me. Okay, no, that's Denzel. Totally different person. I am not a crook. Very cool looking figure overall. Very poseable. Not happy about the that I'm gonna have to do some surgery. I wonder if like later issues, if they're gonna issue it again, if they'll fix that problem. That would be nice. I want you to buy a Honda. I don't know why I said that. I just say things. So we have checked out his robot mode and found it just about perfect. I mean, yes, a itty bitty bit of kibble on the back doesn't really spoil it for me. So I'm putting the blast effects into the trailer, and I'm hoping them being held in a straight position will help them straighten out. You guys gotta straighten out. But of course, the repair guy right there. And apparently he does plug in from the front, not the normal way rollers were, but there are slots on the front so you can plug roller in so he's not just banging around inside there when you're driving. It's kind of like a seatbelt. So Optimus Prime's gun, there's this slot on here and it matches up with a slot. It's on the other side as well, and it matches up with the slot there. I thought it might have something to do with these protrusions, but apparently no. But those protrusions are for the axe, which goes right there. Pretty neat. I'm not gonna open up the bottom right now because once we get him in vehicle mode, I do wanna see how these look on him in person instead of just looking at a picture. So the trailer's gonna stay over here and we are gonna put him into his vehicle mode. Now, I'm sure there's already tons of videos out there that show you how to do it, so I'm not going to fumble my way through it on camera. We'll just get him into robot mode and tell him, hey, Optimus Prime, transform. And there he is in his vehicle mode. I gotta say, somewhere I missed in here to flip him at the waist, but I figured it out. And this has some masterpiece level transformations to it. This is a pretty complex transformation. It's 40 steps, and man, he looks really good. I'm not sure. Everything pretty much plugs into everything else. Made one little oversight, but I'm fixing it. I don't want to see all those comments like, you pack it up. So there he is, properly transformed, everything plugged in. I mean, it's complex. It's not horrendously complex, but it's complex. Little things sliding out here and there, latches. He looks good. It looks, and I'm not sure if it's something that I did. Maybe I have to push something further in. Shut up, Logan. But he looks like he's slightly tilted forward. Maybe not, hard to tell. But that's the best I can do right out of the box. I'm sure I'll get better at transforming him the more I do it. But it's a truck, roll test. Nice. That is really good, and he can smash into things too. And of course, his trailer has a post on it, and he can roll that way too. Nice and smooth. And got plenty of room for putting other shit in there, so that is very cool. So let's do some size comparisons. Here's a trailer. Here's a Target trailer, a little smaller. Here is a G1 trailer, as you can see, very slightly shorter. This trailer is just a hair shy of 9 3/4 inches long, whereas this is 9 inches long. So similar width, about 2.5 inches, and that's the same. So G1 trailer, very nice. G1 Optimus Prime cab mode, you can see a little bit shorter, just a tad bit shinier smokestacks. This Optimus Prime being about 6 1/4 inches long, the original being a hair shy of 5 inches. So definitely some size differences there. Now I realize I didn't measure him in robot mode, so I will convert him back in a moment, but I do want to see how these look. Yes, there he is launching as he did in the original Transformers 1986 movie, launching up with these jets that we did not know he had. This was the first and last time we ever used him, but quite an upgrade. But yeah, overall, loving it. And this is one of those Optimus Primes that actually hides the wheels, like all of them, when he is in his robot mode. So makes it so similar to the cartoon. So Optimus here stands about 7 1/8 inches tall. One thing I didn't mention is his ears move, so you can move them around if you'd like. And again, just an amazing figure. Just to show some size comparisons, the C001 missing link, which is itself slightly taller than the G1. There's the Transformers 1 Studio Series Optimus Prime. The Fractured Friendship comes close, though his head is a little small. And we even have the Blokey's action version of Optimus Prime, which is maybe a hair taller, but a little bit differently proportioned. Dude. So there you have it, the Studio Series 86 Transformers the movie Optimus Prime. It's so cool. I hope I transformed him back entirely exactly the same he should be. With a very cool trailer, very cool accessories, very cool storage for blast effects, and smuggling, stuff as well. But awesome toy. I'm gonna put some links out. I know I heard that Target has a great sale going on with Transformers at the time of this taping. So feel free to go visit them and possibly get a discount on them. Otherwise, I'll put some links in the description, and I do highly recommend him. I will be putting him in a place of honor. No, not with my cat, but a place of honor with other Optimus Primes until I get my thing totally still working on the collection. And we will get it in place to the point where all the Studio Series 86 guys will be hanging out together. Kind of cool. So, fun figure. I hope you're having fun watching these videos. And if you're enjoying this content, by all means, feel free to subscribe. That'd be very cool of you. And while you are mulling over this guy, which there's not a lot to mull, get him. You can actually check out my video over here, which is the Fractured Friendship set with Megatron and this very cool version of Optimus. Worth checking out, and we will see you next time. As always, have fun and good hunting.